Today we are going to discuss about the evaluation of patency of lacrimal passage. As we know, lacrimal passage consists of two punctum, two canaliculi, a common canaliculus, a lacrimal sac, and a nasolacrimal duct. Blocking of any one of these or a combination may cause epiphora, mucopurulent or purulent regurgitation, chronic medial conjunctivitis, swelling of the sac, etc. There are different tests used to evaluate lacrimal passage: regurgitation test, fluorescent dye disappearance test, lacrimal syringing test, John dye test 1, John dye test 2, lacrimal this photograph showing different parts of lacrimal passage. Regurgitation test. Regurgitation test is used to see the patency of lacrimal system. In regurgitation test, a steady pressure with index finger is applied over the lacrimal sac area above the medial palpebral ligament. If there is reflux or mucopurulent discharge, that indicates chronic cystitis. It is also indicates obstruction at the lower end of the sac or nasolacrimal duct. The photograph showing the procedure of regurgitation test. Fluorescent dye disappearance test. This test is done to see the patency of lacrimal passage. In this test, fluorescent dye is instilled in the inferior conjunctival sac and observed after 2 minutes. Normally, there is no fluorescent dye in the conjunctival sac after 2 minutes. Prolonged retention of dye indicates either lacrimal pump failure or mechanical obstruction. In the photograph, first size showing accumulation of dye in the conjunctival sac after 2 minutes. It means there is obstruction of lacrimal passage. In second photograph, there is no accumulation of dye in the conjunctival sac. It means there is no obstruction of lacrimal passage. Lacrimal syringing test. It is performed after topical anesthesia with 4% lignocaine or proparacaine. The patient is kept head steady position or supine position with cotton swab gently pulled down the lower eyelid to expose the lower punctum. With the other hand, the dilator is inserted into the lower punctum following the direction of lower canaliculus and rotated gently. Dilatation facilitates the insertion of the cannula. Then saline is injected into the lower canaliculus slowly. Free passage of saline indicates patent lacrimal system. If saline passes with considerable pressure, that indicates partial obstruction. If reflux through the same punctum or punctum, it indicates blockage somewhere in the lacrimal apparatus. First photograph showing vertical insertion of dilator into the punctum, and second photograph showing syringing of fluid into the lower canaliculus. Jones dye test 1. In this test, 2% fluorescent dye is instilled in the conjunctival sac. A cotton bud is placed in the infomeatus at the opening of nasolacrimal duct. After 5 minutes, the cotton bud is removed and observed. On observation, stained cotton bud indicates adequate drainage but watering due to lacrimal hypersecretion. Unstained cotton bud indicates partial obstruction or lacrimal pump failure. Jones test 2. In this test, syringing is performed after Jones dye test 1, where cotton bud of infomeatus is unstained. Positive test suggests partial obstruction, negative test suggests lacrimal pump failure. In the first photograph showing the procedure of Jones dye test 1, here the cotton bud of infomeatus is unstained. In the second photograph showing Jones dye test 2, where the cotton bud of Infiometas is stained after singeing. Dacryocystography. Radiological investigation is valuable in patients with mechanical obstruction. It gives information about the mucosa of lacrimal sac, presence of fistula, stone, tumor, etc. Radiopaque material is injected into the lacrimal sac 5 minutes prior to X-ray. The X-ray film showing patent lacrimal system. These are the different tests and investigation by which we can rule out the causes and site of obstruction of lacrimal system. Thank you.